So, hi YouTube, it's your girl Angel 515-2010. I am going to do a TTC update. Today is the 30th and I am currently on cycle day 13, and I am 2 DPO. So 2 days past ovulation. I'm sorry, I'm pulling up my chart behind me so that I can give you guys all the correct information as I am doing this. I'm a little unprepared, I'm sorry. Ladies, I've been at work all day, so I'm a little tired. But anyway, okay, back to TTC. I am on cycle day 13. I am 2 DPO. I was a little washed out about this cycle got here because it is cycle number 3 for us, and I wasn't quite sure whether I was going to ovulate this cycle. I told you guys in, I believe it was two or three vlogs ago, that my cycles had now switched to 22 days, which I figured were 22 days. The past 2 cycles I've had switched to 22 days, and I didn't know it. Normally I'm 26 to 28, and so I updated my chart to predict a 22-day cycle. So based on my chart, on my 22-day cycle, I was supposed to ovulate on Christmas, which did not happen. I did not ovulate on the 26th. So by that time I was, pretty sad because I wasn't even getting a faint line or anything. And so the 27th, I was like, you know what, I give it up. I'm just going to call this cycle a wash. And then I felt really, really bad because I had some bad Chinese food the night before. So I was just like, in the bathroom, like, puking my brains out. I took my temperature because I had been temping this cycle, and it had spiked up to 99.1. And I was like, well, maybe it's just because I'm sick. And something was like, well, just take an OPK just in case you got a really high spike in temperature. So I took one, and positive on the 27th. Well, slightly positive. I got a really, really faint line. And then on the 28th, I tested again the next morning, and I got a really, really bold, dark positive OPK, which I have never gotten OPK that dark. My line was pretty much as dark as the control line, which I tried to do a video when I did it that day, but my webcam, my camera, and my cell phone did not seem to want to work. So I posted a picture with not a video, but like little word slides for you ladies to see that. So you can check that one out if you want to see the positive OPK. I actually tested twice because I was unsure. And then the 29th, which was yesterday, I tested it again because on the 27th, me and the hubby did not BD because I was really, really sick the 27th. The 28th, we didn't BD until like 12 o'clock because I was out with friends. He works until 5, and I ended up going to hang out with my friend. You've probably seen some of her videos, Edie Hill 1988, and Kane and John, and then they came over for dinner. So we had dinner and hung out for a little bit, caught up because I hadn't seen them in a while because I work all the time. And then I say about 12 o'clock, me and the hubby finally BD'd, and then the next morning we BD'd, and then he came home on lunch on the 29th, and we BD'd, and that night we BD'd. We were just trying to catch up to make sure that we didn't miss, our window of time. But luckily on the 29th, I got another, faint line for the OPK, so I guess I was still within that ovulation window. So that was a really good option. As well as on the really, really faint line with the OPK. And so we still BD'd. Today is the 30th. I did not OPK today just because I didn't want to waste any more strips. I figured, yesterday was really faint, so I figured I just wasn't going to get anything today. So hopefully we were successful on this cycle because we did finally get a positive OPK. So hopefully I'll be getting my BFP very, very soon. Very optimistic about this cycle now, just based on, the fact that I did ovulate. I think that was pretty much it I wanted to update you ladies on. Pretty much the very first OPK on the 28th. The spike in temp. I will post a link to my chart in the drop down box in the bottom of the video to show you ladies basically my temperature over this cycle for the last, how many days have I temped? I started temping on, it was cycle day 5 when I started to temp, which is right after Ant Flow lift. My temperature was at about 97.8, and then it dropped down to 97.5, and then it stayed there for a couple of days, and it went up to 97.6, and then the spike the day I ovulated to 99.2, and then it dropped way down the next day, even though I still got a positive OPK, to 96.9, and then yesterday I was at 97.7, and then this morning tipping I was at 97.2. So my temperature scale is really off or weird. I don't know if it's just my body or what. So I will post a link so you guys can check out my chart. Tell me what you think. I think that's pretty much it. Let me hear it and get off because the hubby is lingering at the top of the steps waiting for me right to go to the dinner party. But I think that's it. I'm sending out baby dust to all you ladies. I hope this cycle is a success for you guys, and I hope lots of people get their very first positives. Bye, ladies.